I am your host, Dulci Hill, and today is Tuesday, and today is MS Live Day. So let's see. Uh, I'm trying. I don't know why it's not. You know what? I am not a professional. There's people who contact me who want to do a video blog, and they ask how can I do this? And it's so funny. They take what I've done, and they've done so. Hi Jennifer. They have they make it so professional, and I suppose I can do that too. But let me try. All right, just a second. I forgot.
Hello, MS Live. Hi, I am your...
Hang on. I got it. All right. Let's see. Oh, I see. I see the problem. All right. Just a second. Hi, Jane. Hi, Karen. Hi, David. Hi, everybody. Let's see. I've got to go back to. I screwed up. All right. Delete. There. Here we go. I have to get on Facebook. I screwed up. All right. Here we go. I am Live. I'm your host, Dulcie Hill. I'm so sorry. Hi, Robert. Hi, Lucky Strike. I hope that doesn't mean you smoke. Let's just share this in Meerkat. Happy Tuesday, everybody. Let's see. Hang on 1 minute. All right, you guys. I'll tell you what. Let's see. Multiple sclerosis. I just realized that I've been kicked out of a couple places. Just 1 minute here. You know what? All right, here we go. Hi, Teresa. All right, hello, Robert. All right, I said hi to. I got 2 Roberts. We got 2 Roberts. Who am I? Got a couple things I want to cover today. So I'm going to be on and off with my glasses there. Hi, Chris. All right. First of all, I don't know where to begin. I want to talk about how we don't know if anything that happens to us, good or bad, is good. Good morning, Sharia, is good or bad. And I was struck. There's a Chinese proverb, and it was a guy had lost his prize horse. His neighbor, when he lost it, he woke up, he looked out in the yard, and he says, my prized horse is gone. And he told this to the neighbor, and his neighbor says, that's terrible. And he says, well, who knows if it's a good thing for me? Who knows? I don't know. Well, surprisingly, the next day the horse returned home with another horse. And the neighbor said, wow, that is great. And he congratulated him for his good fortune. But he said, the guy who got both horses said, who knows if it's a good or bad thing for me? And what happened is that his son, the guy's son, the Chinese guy's son, rode the new horse, fell off the horse, and broke his leg. And the neighbor said, it's terrible. It's terrible. He says, I don't know if it's a good or bad thing. Well, what happened is the army came by to recruit all the able-bodied people, men, and they didn't get his son because his son had a broken leg. Uh, so he spared, because of his broken leg, it spared him death. The story behind the Chinese proverb teaches that every good thing could be a bad thing, and every bad thing could be a blessing in disguise. And the moral of the story is, who knows? Who knows what is good for a person in life? So the moral of the story I want to bring back to you is many of us with MS think it's so bad, but it may have kept us from something worse. You ever get stuck in a red light and you're running slow, and you think you're going to make your appointment late, so you're just frustrated. But you know that red light may be accident, slow traffic, may be keeping you from a car accident. It may be keeping you from something terrible. So just because you have MS, you have, say you have bad MS. I read an article today, and it's tetraplegia. And I was studying that. What is tetraplegia? It is, I'm going to, all right, glance over. I hope I didn't lose you there. Hi, Phil. Tetraplegia is it's different. It's definitely a type of paraplegic. It is it is tetraplegia is better known as quadriplegia. And it's caused by spinal injury or illness. Now, some of us have various forms of limitation. Monoplegia, which affects one limb. Hemiplegia, which is causes paralysis on one side of your body, which that happens. That happens more common in MS than not. Tripleplegia, that's 3 limbs that don't work well, and then quadriplegia, that's all sorts of limbs not working well. So, hi, Susan. So good. Hi, Dennis. Gina, yay. So what I'm saying is that so many, so much, you lose so much of your ability sometimes, and you think, oh, it's a terrible thing, but it may not be a bad thing. It may be keeping you from, say, doing something stupid, like getting on the roof and re-roofing your house, and fall off the roof and die. You don't know. You just don't know. So, you don't know if something is bad or good. So you might as well just enjoy the process. There's a saying, enjoy the process. Second thing I wanted to talk to you guys about is, all right, I did about the quadriplegia, about the plegia, right? The limitations sometimes, and with MS, it can come and go, right? And this is, say you just got MS there in your knee. What happened to me in I believe it was 95. I was pushing a cart. It was with my girlfriend. By the way, my girlfriend, who it was after my college buddy, she has died. She ended up getting a disease and she died. So one of the things Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Exactly, Phil. Exactly. Phil says it could be a sign of some sort. It could be, but again, should that sign make you do something, or should you sit back and just, hi, Tim, sit back and see how it unfolds? You don't know if something is an onion and it's going to unfold to something bitter, or if something is a rose and it's going to unfold in a positive way. We don't know that, and guessing. My dad calls. Well, some people call and they want to talk about things that we don't have control over, the politics or about you know just different things that are going on in the world, COVID, stuff like that. And they tend to tell me what they think is going on, and the way I see is how can anybody sit on their couch and make predictions of uh, make predictions of how things are going to unfold when we don't have the playbook, right? We don't have the coach's playbook. All we can do is sit there and say, I think because they called out that running back on the field that they're going to have a running play. It's better to sit back and watch, because the coach may be sending the running back on the field as a distraction because he's going to do a throwing play. Again, it doesn't have to be a quarterback sneak, even though it looks like that. So, and so much of life is fearing and thinking and considering, what does this mean? Why does it mean? I was raised that everything had a reason, and if something went wrong, you had to find who was to blame or what was to blame. Blame game. Yes, Sharia is on Facebook. Sharia, you're wanted on YouTube. Jump over. Jane is asking about you, Sharia. So again, yes, so much of that is the blame. And I gotta tell you, it's Christianity forgiving. It is so huge. Forgiving people of failing, of expectation, of failing to live up to the expectations, releases my desire to blame. Who cares? Who cares who's to blame? You know who's to blame? I'm to blame. It's my fault, because anything that happens to me, I even on accident, I have got to find blame for myself somewhere, because that's control, right? If I get a massive car accident, perhaps it's because I was too hyper at the red light. I did a Jersey slow down, and I ran the yellow light, and I didn't stop. So the next uh, got me there about 30 seconds faster, and I was in a massive car accident because of that. So, pushing, pushing, pushing. How much control do we have? How much do we have? All right, so is at home now. Oh, that's good. Chris is talking about her mom being at her home. That is. You know what, Sharia? Chris is wants you to be in YouTube also. You have to do the jump. So there is two maximums in life. One bad thing happening. Robert saying, there's two maxims in life. One, bad things one, bad things happen, and two, things always change. It's true. Well, Will's with us. All right, we got a nice group. All right, Sharia, make that jump. Make that jump. Okay, so now that we've gotten the existentialism out of the way, let me talk a little bit about the MS Navigator Financial Assistance Program. Some of you are in a situation where maybe you need a scooter, maybe you need a walk-in shower, maybe you need something that a ramp into your house for your walker, and maybe it's so expensive, and maybe you just don't have the money for it. What I'd like to do is tell you that the MS Society has a program that'll help up to $3,000 that can help you get they helped me a number of years ago get a scooter lift for the back of my car. I needed that. So definitely apply. You can apply. You can email me, and I'll tell you uh, typically what you have to do. All right. So let me see. This is an old letter. I see. All right. So what you do is you contact an MS Navigator, and what you want to do is call 1-800-344-4867. Again, for an application, give them a call and explain the situation. You have to qualify financially for it, but it's huge when you have something really expensive. You know what, Sharia? Do you feel the love, Sharia? You should, because everybody is happy you made the jump. So if you're watching this on Facebook and you want to make the jump over to YouTube, go to Dulci Hill and subscribe to my channel. And MS Live, even though it's not mine, it is platform on my channel. So again, MS Navigator is 1-800-344-4867. Again, call call them if you need a modification for your home. Say your bed. Maybe you need something for your bed. But anyway, definitely. Okay. What else? What else? Let's see. Karen, 1-800. All right. Let me. Karen. Yes. Thank you. Thank you, Karen, for typing that, because that is huge. I was. You know what? We're all part of this group. Karen just typed it on YouTube, the phone number. So if you're watching this and you're able to type on Facebook, type the phone number. I'd appreciate it. Again, it's 1-800-344-4867. So if you're watching this on Facebook, if you can type that, I'd appreciate it. I'd appreciate it. All right, let me close out. Does anyone work with MS? Andrew, I don't know that question. Does anyone work with MS? What kind of remote jobs can we do? I get it. Andrew's looking for remote jobs that he can do at home. There's tons. In fact, that's a good Google search. It is a good Google search. What kind of remote jobs? A lot of it has to do. If I remember, you're a math teacher or a math tutor. All right. So what would be good for you to do is do a Google search and and uh, and look for math teachers, uh, remote math teachers, because it's all. Yeah, I know that you can do that. You know what? And Andrew, you can certainly look for jobs, remote jobs. Everything is online. Everything is online. It's being a teacher. Uh, there's a lot of online things you can do. So all you have to do, and people with MS, I was a career and vocational counselor, so I'll say people with MS really can't help you, but what they can do, what I can do, is refer you. Do the search. Just do a Google search. All right, Chris says her JCB test came back with negative. Wow. You know what? Tysabri is good stuff. It is good. I love Tysabri. I wish I could go on Tysabri, but Chris's JCV negative. That's Chris. It's outstanding. Oh yeah. Wait till you get on Tysabri. I don't know. I'm not supposed to say that because I'm not a doctor, but I will tell you that I love Tysabri. I take rituximab now, but boy, I'll tell you what, I'd rather risk PML, and I'm JCV positive. I've got all the risk factors that instead of 1 in 1,000, your chances of having PML, I've got hi D. Now my chances are 3%, 3 in 100, and I still would rather do Tysabri than rituximab, and I'd rather do it because I feel better. I feel better. All right. So are you what? What did I say? Karen, so am I. So am I don't know. All right. All right. All right, Andrew. All right. Let's see. Jane says, I will be if they grow all from my garden. Let's see. Oh, you know what? Have fun. Jane, I will let everybody who's watching know that Jane, she's in our, we all, well, she's a big part of our support group. She sent, uh, 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 she sent a number of us who, God put it on her heart that she knows who would just appreciate that. She sent a few of us a packet of seeds from the flowers in her garden. It's funny because I gotta say that zinnias, I did the same thing. I took zinnias, I had them all over my garden, and I color coded it. Normally zinnias are they multicolor. They're like lollipops in the garden, big and beautiful. And so what I did is I separated by colors. I had red ones in a bag. I had yellow ones. I had purple ones. I separated orange ones. I had to separate them all so that I could gamish them. Okay, Andrew, I've never been on Ocrevez. Uh, I'm on rituximab. So I have nothing. And rituximab, I have no problem. All right. Oh, all right. David, I'm not gonna. You just. Wait. I'm not gonna publish that because. Uh, yeah, you just gave me your phone number and your email address, and I just, you know what? God bless you, David, but I don't want that to be public. So anybody can see this uh, in the future, and to protect you, David, I'm not going to show that. But it's good. I will email you. Ah, I love you, David, but I'll tell you what. Yeah, yeah, I have more protection. If David, can you send me exactly what you just did to Dulci Jean, DulciJean @gmail.com? Can you send that to me? Because I want to delete that off of this, and I will. I'll delete that. I just, you know what? One of the things in MS Frontiers, when you're in that medical support, when you are in the Meerkat support, and you are in this group support, which David, if you're on Facebook, you should be in that group. It is. I'm like a mama grizzly bear with protection. It just people, the public cannot see you, can't see your address, can't we only exchange that with each other. uh, and MS Frontiers, nobody's allowed to be in that unless they have MS, unless in fact, I vet each person who is in MS Frontiers medical support. If I have vetted, I will hunt them down and find out if they have MS, if they, and only then will I admit them into that medical group where you can pose questions. Uh, if you're interested in that medical group, um, David, it's right. Patricia. All right, I forgot. You know what, Patricia? You know what? We know that. You're on this list. All right, Patricia, let me see. Oh, yes, yes. You know what? We already have you on the list. Uh, yeah, we already have you on the list. Um, question, question with MS Frontier, or I'm sorry, question on YouTube Meerkats. If you're watching this on Meerkats, does everybody have Patricia's contact information, or email, or home address, her telephone number, that kind of thing? Uh, just say yes or no, because if not, I gotta email y'all her information. Or rock. Hi Jim. Hi Jim. Hi Birchwood Lakes neighbor. Let's see, Andrew. What? All right, let me go back and see what you're there. Yeah. All right. Hi, Lisa. D. Love you, D, by the way. You just, you know, you have helped me so much in life. It just, it's all good. Okay, Brocco's asking vitamin D. is the risk factor. I posted something yesterday in MS Frontiers Medical Support about vitamin D. They did a study, high dose vitamin D, how that affects people with MS with their exacerbations, attacks, uh, that kind of thing. It increased vitamin D. They discovered in test studies high amounts of vitamin D caused more problems in people having reaction than people not taking it. So it didn't curb uh, their exacerbations, their problems. Didn't cause any problems or caused more problems than it prevented. So it didn't stop the disease activity. Now, vitamin D as a child, preventing that susceptible gene from happening into MS, vitamin D, they discovered that yeah, it plays a factor in people getting MS when you're not exposed to sunlight, when you don't have enough, uh, enough. Just 1 minute here. When you don't have enough vitamin D. So, hi Diana. Diana's on our list too. So it's good to see you. Let's see. Karen's talking about being without sugar for 9 days. Uh, you know what? And if your neurologist is giving you vitamin D, it's because they test your blood and they find out that you're deficient in vitamin D, so they supplement you to make sure that your vitamin D levels are in therapeutic range. The reason why is if you're low on vitamin D, if you're low on that, some of the symptoms are similar to MS. So you have to thank you for calling, carrying out for being without sugar for 9 days, because that's hard. That's hard. You know what? And I just I was without sugar for 5 days, and I in moderation I broke my desire to have it all the time, but I've introduced a little bit of sugar back into that. All right, let's see, Gina. You know what? And let me tell you that vitamin D study, people taking this high dose of vitamin D, people died in the study from taking vitamin D when they didn't need it. To give you an idea, I got tested. Remember, I swim all summer long. I'm outside. Uh, so the neurologist checked my vitamin D. I was taking 4,000 milligrams a day, supplementing it, and I was swimming. So I was exposed to the natural hormone outside. Thank you, Karen. Outside. So when they tested my vitamin D levels, when the neurologist did, it was just off the chart. The my neurologist said, I want you to stop supplementing because it shows what you get naturally, and then it shows vitamin D from supplementing. So she says, stop supplementing. You get enough vitamin D through the sun. So, again, Rocco, nobody with MS or anything should supplement vitamin D without talking to your neurologist and getting blood work and knowing where your baseline is. If mine say was, what I can't remember what is the range of vitamin D blood. Gina, you would know this. You're a resident medical. I don't know. All right, and Tim talks about 90s range. All right. All right. So tell me, what does it run? What is the blood? What is ideal? I remember, if I can remember, I believe that if your vitamin D is under 30 units in your blood, 30 units per liter in your blood, that's too low. And if it's over, what is it, over 80, that's too high. I don't know. There's a range, and I'm waiting for you guys to. No, I don't think so. I believe it's like, all right, 20 to 40. What is 20 to 40? Is that low range? I believe below 40. What is the range? 20. Is it supposed to be between 20 and 40? What I'm saying is that when I was tested, I was 120 IU's per liter. So the neurologist said, back off. You shouldn't be taking supplements. Then I thought, well, maybe I should only take them in the winter. But again, if you go outside, if you walk, if you, again, who knows? Who knows? All right, let's see, vitamin D levels. I'm now I've got blood. All right. All right. I'm checking it out. I'm doing vitamin D, blood levels, normal range group. All right. All right. The ideal range is between 20 and 40. It's exactly what Jane said. The high area is 50. So others recommend between 30 and 50 per milliliter, units per milliliter, NG. I don't know what NG is. And I remember I was off the chart, so I was told back off. So if there is a way before you start supplementing, nanograms is measured nanograms per milliliter. All right. So if there's a way, get blood tested first before you supplement. If you're off the chart, say I naturally was at a 90 milliliters. Let's see, nanograms per milliliter in my blood. I was naturally there, and I was supplementing 40,000 milligrams. So Jane was right. Yeah, no, Tim, 70 to 80. Jane was right. It's between 20 and 40, or 30 and 50, depending on who you talk to. Andrew was talking about the Cambria protocol, which is high levels of vitamin D. That is a treatment. However, it's not a treatment we get. People with MS are nuts. we're nuts. We have more guts and sense. We'll treat ourselves uh, without talking to a doctor. So if you want to do the Cambria diet or supplementation vitamin D protocol, contact your doctor and let your doctor know. Look, I want my blood liters or nanograms. Uh, I want them to be off the chart. I want to do this Cambria. But let your neurologist know so they can do a blood test and make sure you don't die. You just don't die. Let's see. Yeah. That is, yeah. Patricia was mentioning that hers was down to 11, was 11, and now she's on a supplement. So many people with MS have low vitamin D levels. That's why your neurologist tends to check that level. So don't be afraid of don't supplement anything until you talk to your doctor, your neurologist, your family doctor, your general practitioner. You don't want to do that. Now I'm going to tell you, learn from my mistakes because back in '98 there was a book called Prescriptions for Nutritional Healing, and I followed the MS protocol. I followed it to the T. I took, without blood work, I took all of it. I took everything recommended for MS. I took, and let me tell you something, got myself a case of serum sickness where I ended up going to the emergency room. Remember, I went to work and I was sitting there in my work clothes, my suit, and all of a sudden it was during a very important meeting that we all had to go to, and I sat there. I was in such pain in my joints, So I had to leave the meeting, and I told my boss I had to get in the car and go to the emergency room. My boss flew in, and here I was like, I am in trouble. Went to the emergency room, and ended up being that they traced it to me having serum sickness. I had way too many vitamins that weren't balanced in my body. Uh, so you know what they did? They got me off of all the vitamins, ran saline through my body, and with electrolytes, and let it balance itself out. It just, so then there was another time I decided magnesium. I had so many leg cramps. All right, I'm going to take magnesium. I studied magnesium. I took so much magnesium that I went to get blood work because my neurologist doesn't trust me doing something stupid. I got blood work, and she called me and she says, I'm really worried about you. This is John Hopkins. I'm worried, and it's got to be an error because it shows that your calcium is so far below. It's at a dangerous level. And I thought about that, and because I screwed up so many times, I didn't tell her. Well, I've been taking tons of magnesium and not taking calcium with that. Because what happens if you take a huge amount of calcium without, I'm sorry, a huge amount of magnesium, if you don't take at least 50%, I think it's 2 to 1, twice as much magnesium. Don't hold me to it. I wrote it in. But if you don't take calcium with your magnesium, what happens is your body needs calcium to absorb magnesium. If you don't take those two together in the right amount, what your body does is take the magnesium. Your body says, "Oh, here comes the magnesium. Okay, she's not taking calcium. Let's pull from her bones. Let's pull from the blood. Let's get as much calcium as possible to absorb this magnesium." So what happened is my neurologist called and said, "Oh my God, this is really scary. You are in a dangerous level for calcium, uh, really dangerous level. So I need you to go get this test again because this test has got to be wrong. It has to be wrong." Well, what I did is I started quickly supplementing calcium. I just took a load of calcium, waited 2 days, stopped taking magnesium, and I went and got tested, and it was in the normal range. I didn't tell her, I poisoned myself, but I'm going to tell you the moral of the story. Don't have more guts than sense. Don't, I do it. I do it. It's like, hey, guys, taking this witch's brew will make me feel better, and you take it without considering that could shut down your liver. It could. Don't do the mistakes that I did. If all things work together for good. It's like that guy. He says when his son, the guy says his son fell off and broke his leg, so he couldn't be recruited into the army, and killed. So if my experience poisoning myself, the outcome is that you won't poison yourself, then it's been a good thing. So don't poison yourself. Go to your neurologist, get blood work taken, and find out your vitamin levels. Find out if you should be supplementing. There are water soluble vitamins that you don't have to worry about ODing on. But give you an idea, if you take too much vitamin C and you're prone to kidney stones, guess what? Now you've helped create kidney stones. So, it's something as benign as vitamin C, you would think. What else? What else can cause B12? B12. Vitamin B. I'm supplementing vitamin B, but we used to own a liquid vitamin, and one of the things that I enjoyed was researching what happens if you get too much of a certain vitamin and what are the side effects. Because the liquid vitamin we had was it only supplemented your vitamins up to 100%. It wasn't mega vitamin. So never take a mega vitamin. Don't take anything that's more than 100%. Ideally, we shouldn't be, if we eat well, we shouldn't be taking a vitamin that's any more than 50%. Anything that is too much, you're stressing your liver, and your liver has to, you know what, we got enough problems. We take enough medications. Don't no need to poison your body with vitamins. Yeah, especially if you eat well. All right, and yes, and Susan saying yes. We need to have that all checked. So we're talking about vitamins. Hi, Paul. All right. Let's see. The correlation with low vitamin D. This is Gina. Levels in the world are linked to higher ratios of MS. That's true. U.S., Canadians, Northern Europe. That's true. Uh, Less sunshine in the lower vitamin D levels, and that's true. But it's important that you know that those low vitamin D levels in those northern climates are when we're children, when we're growing up. We need that 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 we need vitamin D levels. That's why they used to fortify milk with vitamin D, milk with vitamin D. I remember milk. They used to put vitamin D. Yeah, and Jane saying she's checked Minnesota raised. No wonder you're awesome, Minnesota. mm, I love people from Minnesota. Just you guys are grassroots. Are you know what you are? That's funny. Hi, Amy. But anyway, we're talking vitamins here. We're talking, yeah, vitamins right now. Poison yourself. Thank you, Karen, for the time check. Uh, you're awesome. You're awesome. Uh, also, let's see. Now, Susan, you're talking about B12. Uh, I don't know if you're nuts as much as you know what I love about people from Minnesota. You guys are just you're real. You're real. You're real. Yeah, you're real. You know, it's real as they say we East Coasters are. Uh, you know, uh, East Coast people are more. Uh, Afraid. I guess we're more pointed towards inside. You know, more pointed. There's a reason why I'm wearing lipstick because I'm an East Coaster. And you know, East Coasters are more likely to dye their hair and bleach their teeth. You know, East Coasters are it's you know also you won't have Christmas lights on your house all year round. There's funny standards that we have uh, as East Coasters. Uh, and you know what? I married a West Coaster, and I used to live there, and they're pretty laid back. You know what? I stereotype. I can the north, south, east, and west. I can tell you each of them, but you Midwest Northern people are fun because you know what? You're okay with yourself. You're okay. Uh, all right, let's see. That's right. Susan's talking about how she loves Jane and she cracks her up. And you know what, Jane, you crack me up too. You just even when I got the seeds in the mail because that's yeah it's we click. You knew that it would bring me joy. I got a special place in my garden. I'm gonna have Jane's garden. Fun, fun. It's fun. Manny is with us now. Hi, Manny. You, you- and I think I scared Mandy away last time. I talked a little bit too much about the Bible and God. So yeah, you guys have to forgive me because that's who I am when I talk about that. Jane, put your wig on. We're going to the dispensary. That's funny. Yeah, that is funny. What about the Southern girl? You know what? You know what? Southern girls are more into food than anybody. I say yeah, the East Coast you just can't get Mexican food here. I'm a foodie because I've lived in the all over the United States, and you get great Jewish food here. Bagels, hops, and cream cheese get great on the East Coast. Great Italian food. You can't get good Italian food in California, but and Jewish food. You can't get that good. But what you can get there is Mexican food. You can't get good Mexican food on the East Coast, but you can get it. It's almost unedible on the East Coast because it all tastes the same. The Southern, you guys, you know, you guys are fun. Yeah, the Southern is fun. It's like, but I'll tell you what, I've never seen a more prejudiced group of people than in the South. Uh, you guys in the South, you guys, it's like we're Southerners, and there's the Southerners, and then there's everybody else. We people from the North, from all over the country that moved to the South, you've got to have thick skin because if you move to the South, it's going to take a long time for you to be accepted. You're going to be judged. You guys, you're going to be judged. A lot of people who move to the South, like South Carolina or Charles, all over it, all over, and they get there only to be to move back to where they came from because it's clear you Southerners say you guys aren't from around here. Yeah, nah, yeah, you're not from around here. So it's funny. It's funny. So and yeah, it's cute with their accents and stuff. Southern people are awesome, but they're really awesome when you get them out of the South and you get them up front, or if you visit them. You can't you can't move there and stay there for a long amount of time. If you visit them, they're wonderful. They're if you go to Charleston, if you go to Savannah, Atlanta, again, if you visit, it's different. If you stay, you're loved if you visit. Oh, what? But if you stay, yeah, no, it's there's us and them. But but again, all right. So I've done that. So I stereotyped. Uh, Also, you know what's fun? You know what? Texas and Oklahoma. I lived in Oklahoma and Texas and Oklahoma. It's funny. Texas is pretty protective, but Oklahoma, it's funny. It's easy to fool you guys in Texas and Oklahoma. I was in Oklahoma one time, and I had been there for so long, uh, temporarily, that I was going to a local bar. This back when I drank, and I'm talking in an accent that I was, Okie accent, and they said, "Darling, where are you from? Where are you from? You obviously from someplace here. Where are you from?" And I said, you know, I'm from Medford, New Jersey. They laughed. They said, wait, you're from New Jersey with that accent? They laughed. Yeah, had them all fooled. They thought I was an Okie. Anyway, what I wanted to say was a lot of joking and laughing, and you know what? Altus, Oklahoma. Uh, yeah, Altus, Oklahoma, but all over Texas. Uh, anyway, well, you know what? Let's do the cocktail party. Visitation back and forth. Next time on Thursday, I love you all. Go to msfrontiers.org. If you're on Facebook, follow me, and you'll get notifications on Tuesdays and Thursdays when we go live. Uh, and love you all again. May the Lord bless you and keep you. May He shine His face upon you and be gracious to you. May the Lord lift up His countenance upon you and give you His peace. Love you all, and we'll see you. See you on Wednesday or on Thursday.
All right, here we go. I am a life.